Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Luke and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is his ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Luke is going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Luke, heel. Now at this point, Luke has a job to do, and that is to stay with you, next to you when walking. He should not be forging ahead or lagging behind, and if he is, Brandy will give him a correction. He also should not be dropping his head or in any way be trying to pick up sticks or anything on the ground. And each time that she stops walking, he sits perfectly at her left without being told to wait for his next command. And the next command that she's going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a stationary exercise. So it is a one-word firm command to stay. Your long sit-stay should be practiced indoors as well as outdoors. Start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to work up 10 seconds a day to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to him, he should remain seated until she gets all the way back around to heel position, and they take off heeling again. So if you notice, she's got relatively loose leash walking, but she has enough slack in that leash that if she needs to give a correction, she can. And he's very attentive, paying attention, sitting nicely, nice eye contact. She's going to leave him again in another sit-stay. She's going to walk out to the end of her training leash. She makes him hold that stationary command for a few seconds, and then she's going to demonstrate the come on command. Now, it's Luke, come as your command, and he should come in and do exactly what he did, and that was to skid into a sit position. He's very enthusiastic with his commands, so you can't overpraise him or hype him up. You want to keep everything calm. Self-control is the key. Brandy's going to leave him in another sit-stay. She's going to walk out to face him. She's going to use his name and the come command. Now you notice that she uses her leash to control him. And this is teaching him to come and sit, not come and jump all over you and mug you. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. Now with him seated at her left, Brandy is going to take her left open palm and push it straight down toward the ground and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay should be 3 to 5 minutes, and I would recommend that you practice indoors as well as outdoors. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him, and he should remain lying there until he gets another command. So everything is about self-control, maturity, focus, all of those things. Nice, easy leash walking. Being able to hold a command for more than 1 second. Being focused on the trainer. And she's going to demonstrate that down from a heel again.
Down. Stay.
She does not use his name on every command because we don't want to distract him. No. Keep his head up off the ground when you're working with him. And this time Brandy's going to call him out of that down. Comes in and sits very nicely. This is a working dog. I mean, you can tell that he definitely needs a job. And because he's not going to be hunting, he needs to be doing obedience. Now, this time, Brandy's going to leave him in a sit-stay.
Stay.
She's going to turn to face the dog. She's going to use her right hand to give the command.
Down.
And she drops him into a down from a distance. Now, you're also going to want to lengthen out the distance and, again, the amount of time. So he is, holding his stationary exercises very nicely. We've demonstrated for you his healing, his automatic sits, his sit stays, his downs, his down and stay, his down from heel, down from a distance, come. All of these things are exercises that help him to focus and stay under control. We're going to be there to answer any questions for you on Wednesday. And we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.